And now we do want to send things over to Scott, who is joined by a special guest live in studio this morning with some safety tips.
Yes, thank you, Emily. You mentioned saved due to CPR. Joining us right now is Lori Schmidt with the Drowning Prevention Coalition of Arizona. You know, it's been, you heard those numbers, such a devastating and heartbreaking spring and summer for so many families. Help us understand what to do. There's an issue in the water. Let's start there, Lori. And that person is brought out of the pool. Where do we begin?
Well, CPR is our last line of defense when there's a drowning. So you need to immediately start that. It's a respiratory event, so they've used up all of the oxygen in their blood. We have to start that mouth-to-mouth CPR with the compressions and the breaths.
You mentioned mouth-to-mouth CPR. Different types of CPR. We want to make sure we're doing the right one.
Yes, a lot of people have heard of the new type of CPR that we use for cardiac. That's hands only, that's just compressions, but that is completely different than what we need to do with a respiratory event.
Show us exactly what we should do at that point.
Okay, so if we have a baby, we want to make sure that we're doing the breaths. You start with 5 breaths. With a baby, you're going to cover both the mouth and the nose, and then you'll be using 2 fingers to do compressions. Oh, we've lost a leg.
Lost a leg.
So we're going to be doing 2 fingers doing the compressions. 30 compressions, 2 breaths. Same thing with the child. I'm going to go ahead and bring this down to the floor because we need to use proper technique. The child, again, we'll start with the head tilt chin lift, 2 breaths, and then you use 1 hand with the child between ages 1 and 8.
Right, and that's an important note too, because I wanted to ask you about the pressure that you use for different age groups. Here we've got, you know, a toddler, a baby, different than what we might use for an adult when it comes to the actual pressure that you use.
Yeah, so with an infant, you're using 2 fingers. With a child between 1 and 8, you're using 1 hand. And of course, it's all about the size of the person as well. And then if it's an adult, we'll be using 2 hands.
2 hands.
We do have adults who drown as well, which is very sad. We have twice as many adults who drown every year than children. So we need to be taking care of all ages as well.
And let's talk about the rhythm, because yesterday Emily was singing Staying Alive. She learned that when she was young, but there's some new songs. Is it Baby Shark now? Which one are they using for the rhythm of it all?
Really, any song that you like will keep you in place. So Baby Shark, the ABCs. I personally like Another One Bites the Dust. I would not sing it out loud if you're working on someone, but you really just need to keep that rhythm. It's the same whether you're doing that for cardiac compression rate or doing mouth to mouth. We just need to keep that 100 compression per minute rate. Okay,
got it. And I asked you before we started, when you look back and say, what were some of the causes? What do you find?
Distractions, especially in the summer. It is when we are poolside but distracted by other people. If you have children in the pool or near water, you need to keep your eyes on them. In the wintertime, it's usually a barrier issue.
Okay, one more thing before we go. Prevention. Anything we can do so we don't have to get to this point?
Eyes on the kids whenever they're near the water. You need to keep your eyes on the kids near any body of water, and that includes bathtubs. Right? Mm-hmm. Then you put barriers in place, put the fence around the pool, keep that gate shut, put spa covers on, and then of course know how to swim. Teach your kids know how to swim, and wear that life vest in water above your swimming ability.
Such important information. Lori, thank you so much. Lori Schmidt from the Drowning Prevention Coalition of Arizona. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.